7 Action News This Morning starts right now.
Remembering a hero, a nurse killed trying to save a patient in Livonia, how the community, her co-workers, and others are honoring her memory.
Plus, cell phone tower controversy. The next chapter happening today in an ongoing battle at a Wyandotte Elementary School.
And as the temperatures rise, we take a look at how you can save money on your AC bill.
Because you know, people are using their AC a lot more right now.
And temperatures are going to keep rising as well. So if you haven't had to use your AC a lot lately, this week you're going to crank it up.
Oh yeah, definitely in the next few days for sure. Let's check in now with 7 First Alert meteorologist Marissa Wallison, because we have that air quality alert day in effect for the entire state today too, right?
That's right. And here's a live look at downtown Detroit, Ann Arbor, Southfield, and Mount Clemens. No matter where you are, you're not going to be able to escape the poor air quality.
That's right. The Michigan Department of Environment, Great Lakes and Energy issued that alert due to smoke from the Canadian wildfires. And as that smoke moves into our area, the air quality index is expected to reach unhealthy for sensitive group levels. It's in effect through the entire day today.
That's right. Well, let's get right to 7 First Alert meteorologist Marissa Wallison. And Marissa, is the air quality already beginning to struggle out there?
Yeah, we're already looking at a majority of the area in the unhealthy for sensitive group. There are some of us in the moderate range, but we're honestly right on that cusp of crossing over into the unhealthy for sensitive group range. This smoke has moved in from fires burning in western and central, Canada, and we are going to see the smoke hang around throughout the day, but we'll already start to see some improvement on Wednesday as a storm is coming in from the west. So that means we'll have some better conditions as we don't have any fires, thankfully for now, burning just off to our west. That storm, though, is going to bring some potentially other problems later tomorrow. So today, though, again, we are talking smoke. Let's take a look again. The air quality alerts in place for all of southeast Michigan today. If you suffer from any respiratory illnesses, if you're pregnant, if you have young kids, if you're elderly, please limit your time outside today. Here's a quick look at your air quality. Most of us, again, are in the unhealthy for sensitive group range this morning. A few of us in the moderate range, but we're close to the unhealthy for sensitive group range, and we'll continue to monitor things as we head throughout this morning. If you are going to leave for work, though, be prepared for a lot of sunshine, though it's likely going to be more of the orange color or the red kind of color, especially during sunrise, just because of the smoke in the air. Temperatures will climb quickly. We'll be near 80 degrees by 11 o'clock. I'll have more on your day today and the severe weather tomorrow coming up in just a bit. Allie.
Checking out the morning drive in Macomb County from Hall down to 696. That's an 8-minute drive, so we're looking good there. Traffic's light this morning, really everywhere you go. In Oakland County, same situation here. Eastbound 696 from the Lodge to 75. That's a 7-minute drive. A look at our roads from one of our MDOT cameras. We're going to be checking out I-75 in Woodward Heights. You can see traffic moving smoothly here in this spot.
All right. Thank you so much, Allie. Well, the Livonia community is mourning the loss of a nurse who was killed trying to save a patient.
Police say the 42-year-old woman worked at Majestic Care of Livonia.
And they say she was running after an upset patient when she was hit by a car right outside that facility on 5 Mile Road. And
7 Action News reporter Kira Hayes joining us live from Livonia this morning. And obviously, Kira, this is such a huge loss for that community.
Absolutely. My heart goes out to everyone impacted, especially when you think of the heart of a nurse. Majestic Care is right behind me. We're told that a patient ran out into the road, and 5 Mile Road, you know, it's not busy right now because it's 5 o'clock in the morning, but it's 4 lanes of traffic. A patient ran out into the road, laid in the middle of the road. Nurses came out to get that patient to safety, and that's when Latrice Jones was hit. It was Sunday when a defiant patient at the Majestic Care nursing home in Livonia escaped from the building and laid in the middle of 5 Mile Road. Latrice Jones, one of the nurses rushing to their aid, was hit by a car and killed while trying to get the patient in a wheelchair.
She was a hero. She risked her life to save somebody else's.
Shantae Lyles used to work with Jones, sharing with 7 Action News the 42-year-old's selfless mindset.
She worked long hours and many days to ensure that she provided for her 3 children and her family. She will be missed by a lot of us, and her memory should be treasured.
According to Livonia PD, while nurses at the Majestic Care worked to get the patient off the road, an 80-year-old woman driving westbound swerved to avoid the patient and fatally hit Jones before smashing into 2 parked cars.
I just can't imagine what her kids are going through right now.
Lyles wanting Jones's legacy to serve as a reminder of nurses' altruistic nature.
I just feel like it was important for me to tell her story and to get it aired because to make people aware of the sacrifices that are made by nurses that work outside the hospital setting in long-term care environments that lack the security or support of the residents and staff.
I found a quote online that I feel like sums up this story. It says, "Nurses are a unique kind. They have this insatiable need to care for others, which is both their greatest strength and a fatal flaw." We also learned that Jones had just turned 41 earlier this month on the 10th. So again, our hearts go out to everyone that has been impacted. Live in Livonia, I'm Kiera Hay, 7 Action News.
I tell you what, Kiera, I mean, a hero. Obviously, she was trying to save a life, and she gave hers. It is so tragic. Thank you for that live update and sharing the story.
Well, a man accused of 2 violent crimes in 2 different cities will be back in court today for a probable cause hearing. Investigators say Andrew Hall violently attacked a woman in the parking lot of a Troy Target earlier this month. Last week, Hall was also charged with first-degree murder in the death of 40-year-old Lisa Moffitt. Investigators say he stabbed Moffitt to death following a sexual encounter in Detroit.
Well, Detroit police are working to identify a body found in a car on the side of I-96. The discovery was made on Monday afternoon under the overpass near Joy Road on the city's west side. An MDOT courtesy patrol driver pulled up behind the car to see why it was there, and that's when the body was spotted inside. Right now, there's no information about the person found or their cause of death. Meanwhile, charges have now been officially filed in the murder of a woman whose body was dumped at a Detroit intersection. Veronica Smart's body was found last week at Marseille and Minerva on the city's east side. Police say Smart's boyfriend, Eugene McKeithen, shot her while they were driving and then dumped her body before driving off. He was arrested later that same day and is now charged with first-degree murder.
Well, the state's criminal case against the Oxford High School shooter is back on the docket today with the key hearing scheduled this week. Ethan Crumbley is set to appear in Oakland County Circuit Court Thursday morning. The judge will consider a number of factors before deciding whether life in prison without the possibility of parole is an appropriate punishment. The hearing will continue Friday and next Tuesday if necessary. The judge is not expected to make a decision at the end of this first hearing. Instead, he'll set 2 future court dates, the first to announce his decision, the second to hand down a sentence. And the legal battle over a cell tower atop a Wyandotte Elementary School returns to the courtroom this morning. It's up to a Wayne County Circuit Court judge to decide if the tower will remain off during the proceedings or if T-Mobile can activate the tower. Parents have been protesting against this cell tower, have taken legal action against school board members and the city's mayor. Families say they're concerned about the possible health effects the tower could have on children.
Also today, Detroit City Council is expected to take up a resolution that calls for the renaming of Hart Plaza in honor of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Under the proposal, the iconic location in downtown Detroit would be known as Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Plaza. The City Council meets at 10 o'clock this morning. The City of Detroit's transforming blight into beauty with more new murals around town. 12 artists have been selected out of more than 200 submissions for the second wave of the 2023 City Walls campaign. These artists are going to be painting murals in 15 locations across the D. 3 new projects include Dexter Avenue, the Gratiot 7 Mile area, and the Joe Louis Greenway. The mission of the campaign is to beautify the chosen spaces while creating a sense of community and inspiration.
All right, I love it.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what they do.
Absolutely. Time now is 5:09. Next, ready for round 2.
Stellantis and Samsung teaming up again for another battery plant. The big question still lingering this morning.
Plus, payment not accepted. The money you'll no longer be able to use while crossing the Mackinac Bridge this fall. Let's get a check of the forecast with Marissa.
Yes, we're looking at a storm coming in our way as we head into tomorrow. I'm getting things ready for the forecast. I'll have a closer look coming up.
Taking a look right now at I-96 in Levan. You can see traffic is light out there so far this morning. The good news is we do not have any crashes slowing you down. You are watching 7 Action News this morning.
Well, Stellantis and Samsung SDI are planning to open a second U.S. electric vehicle battery plant. The plant's location is still being reviewed, but production is expected to begin in 2027. Stellantis says the goal is to offer at least 25 new battery electric vehicles in North America by the end of this decade. The company's first joint battery plant is expected to open early next year in Kokomo, Indiana.
Canadian currency will no longer be accepted at the Mackinac Bridge. Starting October 1st, the Bridge Authority will stop accepting Canadian money, but Canadian customers will be able to continue using a MacPass or credit or debit payment methods. The bridge director says that these options give a much more favorable rate of exchange.
All right, time now is 5:13. Coming up, beating the heat.
Yeah, how to keep your energy bill down as your AC use goes up.
Plus, new developments in the case of the Alabama woman who went missing for days. What she's now saying about her strange disappearance. You're watching 7 Action News this morning.
.516 is the time now as we turn to stories making headlines across the nation. The U.S. Coast Guard has suspended its search for a man who reportedly jumped off a Carnival cruise ship. The 30-year-old passenger went overboard on Sunday while the ship was sailing toward Florida. The Coast Guard says crews searched more than 1,300 miles to try to find him. Since the beginning of 2022, at least 6 passengers have gone overboard on Carnival cruise ship lines. A woman in Alabama whose disappearance captured the attention of the nation now says she made up the whole story. Carly Russell had claimed she was kidnapped after stopping her car upon seeing a toddler alone on the side of the road. Her lawyer released a statement on Monday saying that it was all a hoax and that the 26-year-old is apologizing for her actions. There was no mention of why she did it. Authorities launched a massive search for Russell after she was reported missing, and they're now deciding whether or not to file charges against her.
And it's back to the bargaining table. FedEx pilots rejected a tentative labor deal that included a 30% pay increase and an equal boost in pension benefits. 57% of the Pilots Association union members voted against the proposed agreement. Their major objections here aren't clear, but even with the no vote, the 5,200 FedEx pilots will not be able to strike anytime soon due to a number of hurdles that have to be cleared first. The pilots' rejection comes amid a nationwide pilot shortage that has strengthened their hand in negotiations.
18 minutes now past 5 a.m. on this Tuesday, July 25th, as we take a live look over the beautiful Detroit River here as we are getting closer to the middle of the week and preparing for even warmer temperatures day by day.
That's right. Both the heat and humidity come roaring back. Let's get right to Marissa with a look at the forecast. And Marissa, when does that big heat arrive?
Well, it depends on how you want to look at it. I mean, today we're going to be close to 90 degrees. We won't be there, but we're going to be 88. So that's still going to be warm. Thankfully, today, though, our dew points are still going to be in the 60s, which will be, I should say, low 60s, which will be better than what's to come starting tomorrow. So it is going to be warm today. I'm not going to say it's going to be comfortable. We're also dealing with the smoke outside. Unfortunately, smoke from wildfires through central and western Canada have moved on in. So, yes, we will have some air quality issues today. Current temperatures, we are in the low to mid 60s as you're waking up this morning. Most of us are looking at mostly clear skies, but again, we do have the smoke. So as the sun begins to rise, we'll get more of a vibrant orange and red out there. Also looking at the potential for a few pockets of some fog this morning too, even less though than yesterday, but still a chance. Bigger picture of what's going on across the region, a couple of showers moving through the central part of our state, but those will fizzle out. I do not expect them to move in as we head into this afternoon or even later this morning. We are mostly clear in place right now, and as we head throughout the day, we'll keep it nice and sunny until a couple of clouds pop in later this afternoon, and we have the slightest chance for a stray shower. Not anything like what we saw yesterday. We had some really good thunderstorms out there. Unfortunately, a lot of lightning too, even when it was sunny. I saw that at my house, but again, today, not the chance for that. Things start to get active, though, moving into tomorrow as we continue to watch this system developing off to our west, really intensifying over the next about 24 hours. So this is a look at about 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. It will be just off to our west through through Iowa, and it will be moving in. We'll first see some rain along the warm front that comes through around about 3 and 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Potentially some severe along the warm front, but really looking more so at the trough that develops later in the day, getting closer to 8, 9, 10, and 11 o'clock. That's when we have our best chance for, unfortunately, some severe storms, damaging wind possible, large hail possible, as well as some isolated tornadoes. So you do need to be weather aware as we move into tomorrow evening as that front moves through. We do get back to some calmer weather as we head into tomorrow night and Thursday. But the thing is, this storm system, after it comes through, it's not going to bring us that relief from the heat. It's still going to stay hot. Quick look at your severe outlook for tomorrow. More of us now have been bumped into the enhanced risk, which means numerous severe thunderstorms are possible. We've got 3 days of the 90s still on the board, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. After Friday's storm, though, we have a change in the pattern, and that'll bring some cooler temperatures by the end of the weekend. Allie?
We'll take a look at some construction slowing down in the Southfield area. I want to give you this warning that the ramp from southbound the Lodge to get onto eastbound 696 now closed until really late August here. Should be easy enough to get around if you're already on the Lodge exit northbound Losser. From there, you're going to head northbound to head eastbound 696. However, if you haven't hopped on the freeway just yet, go ahead and take eastbound 10 Mile, northbound Losser, and that way you'll be able to get to eastbound 696. I'll look right now at our roads this morning. It's pretty quiet out there. This is I-96 in Beach Daily, not picking up any crashes, slowing you down.
All right, always good to hear that. Thanks so much, Allie. 5:21 is the time right now. As temperatures climb this week, first responders are bracing for more calls for help.
Yeah, the extreme heat combined with the poor air quality can lead to serious health dangers. Doctors say watch out for dehydration and muscle cramps, and they say that heat exhaustion can quickly escalate to heat stroke. Now, with heat stroke, be on the lookout for confusion and mental disorientation.
I think in both situations, whether you have pre-existing conditions or not, I think it's really important that you pay attention to your body and how you feel.
Yeah, you got to listen to your body. Experts recommend limiting your time in the direct sun and drinking lots of water. And if you can, stay inside.
But cranking up the AC to stay cool means that you could see some big electric bills. To keep your house cooler, efficiency experts say that you should consider running your dishwasher or washing machine at night when the heat has subsided, and drawing the shades on your window to keep some of that sunlight out and the cooler air in. They also say just cleaning your AC unit can help them run more efficiently.
Think about that. Yeah, it gets, silt in there, just clean it out.
Oh, absolutely. Make sure it can breathe,
right.
Just keep things away from it so you can get that good airflow. Good
reminder. It's time now, 5:22. One of the Lions' top 3 free agent picks, was hurt at training camp.
And carted off the field, 7 Sports Director Brad Galley has an update on his condition.
Plus, singer Monica opens up about an altercation at her show in Detroit where she jumped off the stage to stop a fight. You're watching 7 Action News this morning.
In this morning's GMA First Look, we hear from singer Monica, who jumped into the audience at a recent show after spotting an altercation.
Saturday night at the Detroit Festival, I was mid-song when I could tell that things were heating up a bit.
The Grammy winner sitting down with ABC News overnight, speaking out after becoming the latest musician to be disrupted by fans behaving badly.
I'm a person that is strictly about heart, care, compassion, concern. So when I looked up a bit from the mic, I just saw a man strike what appeared to be an older woman. And that in itself, it triggered me a bit, but it also was very scary because the last thing that I would want is for someone to be harmed.
And coming up at 7 a.m., more of our interview with Monica. With your GMA First Look, I'm Will Reeve, ABC News, New York.
Well, day 2 of Lions training camp featured an injury scare, but the team is optimistic about CJ Gardner-Johnson's return to the field.
7 Action Sports Director Brad Galley explains in our morning sports report.
A scare at Lions training camp, a scene no team wants to see, especially with expectations so high for this team this season. CJ Gardner-Johnson, a top free agent pickup, carted off the field on Monday. Now, there is optimism in Allen Park. The Lions ran tests on the defensive back, and they show no structural damage. That is a positive sign after Gardner-Johnson was seen grabbing his knee in pain following a non-contact injury. He was signed to help revamp Detroit's secondary, but NFL Network reports the injury to Gardner-Johnson is not serious. It's good news. The Lions made a late change at backup quarterback last summer, and they could be doing it again this year. Teddy Bridgewater visited the team, according to multiple reports. QB and the team have had mutual interest dating back to April, before the draft. Nate Sudfeld is currently Jared Goff's backup, with rookie Hendon Hooker recovering from his ACL injury. The Free Press reports there is no imminent contract offer, and everything could hinge on Hendon Hooker's availability to get active sooner rather than later. Tarek Skubal, what an outing. The Tigers and Giants meeting in a makeup game from April. Skubal striking out 9 in 5 shutout innings, just 2 hits allowed. Tigers, they had hits and run support was there. Kerry Carpenter driving in a couple runs. Pair of RBI singles for Carpenter, building up a 3-1 lead in the 8th. Zach Short entering as a defensive replacement and providing offense too. Off the pole and gone. 2-run homer. The Tigers beat the Giants 5-1. They host the Angels tonight. Those are your morning sports headlines. I'm Brad Alley.
Nice to see our Tigers winning. Thank you, Brad. Time now 5:27. Within the next 30 minutes, we're going to update you on stories from Ann Arbor, Muskegon, and Detroit.
Including a growing industry, the new kinds of businesses Detroit will soon allow for recreational marijuana, and how many additional licenses will be up for grabs.
Plus, hate-motivated vandalism. The investigation underway at the University of Michigan after 2 fraternities were targeted by vandals. You're watching 7 Action News this morning.
You're watching 7 Action News this morning.
Hate-motivated vandalism. 2 University of Michigan fraternity houses targeted with hateful graffiti. The investigation now underway.
River Rescue Part 2. The mailboat crew that's now saved 2 lives on the Detroit River in less than 2 weeks.
And vaccine changes. It's almost time for another COVID booster. What you should expect from the shot this fall.
Well, welcome back, and thank you so much for sticking with us for 7 Action News this morning at 5:30. I'm Keenan Smith.
And I'm Alicia Smith. And of course, we have another air quality alert day today that 7 First Alert meteorologist Marissa Walzen has been explaining this morning. This is for sensitive groups, Marissa.
Yeah, we'll likely see our air quality just get into the unhealthy for sensitive group range, as we are unfortunately looking at smoke from wildfires burning in central and western Canada moving in again today. So if you do have any respiratory illnesses, if you're pregnant, if you're elderly, if you have young kids, please limit your time outside today. It is going to be kind of an uncomfortable day with a lot of sunshine and temperatures in the upper 80s. So you probably want to seek shelter anyways from the hot temperatures, but it's only going to get hotter and it's only going to get more humid too. Today, dew points really won't be too bad, and I want to highlight them right now, where we are looking at dew points near about 60. Current temperatures are also near about 60 at this moment, but everything will continue to rise, except for, I should say, our dew points. Our temperatures will continue to rise. But take a look at our dew points as we head into tonight. Not too bad. By 5 o'clock, we're still looking at the 50s and 60s around the region, but then everything changes as we get into tomorrow. Dew points climb into the upper 60s near 70 degrees, and then we are going to be looking at the dew points staying near 70 degrees as we move into Thursday. So it's about to get hot and humid, and we have the threat for severe storms coming in tomorrow as well. I'll have another look at those coming up in just a bit. Allie.
So far, the commute is quiet. Checking out I-75. You're heading towards downtown Detroit from 696 to I-94. That's a 6-minute drive, so can't complain there. We are also looking good on eastbound I-94 from Telegraph to I-96. That's a 9-minute drive. So moving smoothly so far this morning, and that's reflected out on one of our MDOT cameras. We're going to be taking a look right now at the Lodge in Livernois, where you can see traffic is light. I'm keeping an eye out and letting you know if anything slows you down.
Thank you very much, Allie. Well, police are investigating 2 cases of what they're calling hate-motivated vandalism at 2 University of Michigan fraternities.
Now, investigators say someone spray painted homophobic and anti-Semitic messages on the building. Both Greek houses are off campus, and they're currently sitting empty for the summer.
7 Action News reporter Peter Maxwell is joining us live in Ann Arbor this morning with more on this story. What's been the reaction from the university, Peter, and of course around campus?
Well, we're right outside of the Delta Kappa Epsilon house right here. This is one of the fraternities that was vandalized. The other one was Delta Tau Delta. Now, the fraternal president and the president of the university are speaking out against these acts of vandalism, and the search is on for the suspects. Two off-campus fraternities, Delta Kappa Epsilon and Delta Tau Delta, were vandalized with messages of hate, including homophobic slurs and a swastika. U of M alumni Whitney Dye and friends were disturbed and saddened about the news of what they heard.
First reaction was like, it has to be like some kids like just, playing around, trying to gain attention, whatever, but I didn't know like the severity of the situation. I didn't know there was homophobic comments.
Ann Arbor police are actively investigating the vandalism. Police say the vandalism happened between last Monday evening and Tuesday morning at the Delta Kappa Epsilon house on Oxford Road and the Delta Tau Delta fraternity on Geddes Avenue. No cameras caught the alleged suspects in the act. Police are asking for witnesses to come forward if they saw something, and they're also looking for doorbell cameras that caught the vandalism happening.
I feel like it's like a symptom of like the ongoing political polarization, rise of extremism around this country.
Students were also alerted with a message from the university president, which reads in part, quote, "The university condemns these acts of vandalism, which included broken windows and spray-painted messages that are vile, homophobic, and anti-Semitic. These types of incidents are in direct conflict with the university's deeply held values of respect and inclusion and have no place within our campus community or in the broader Ann Arbor community."
Being a part of the community, we're all encouraged to embrace all the different cultures and, treat people like how you want to be treated. Those who thought that was okay, they're going to make it very clear that it was not okay, and they're not accepting that.
And while both houses are empty for the summer, they are expected to have fraternity members return here and at the other house in the fall. Now, if you know any information, you're asked to give Ann Arbor Police a call at 734-794-6939, or you can email the Ann Arbor Police at tips@a2gov.org. In Ann Arbor, I'm Peter Maxwell, 7 Action News.